Hello, my name is David K1AN, and I'm a volunteer mentor for the youth-led xBeacon amateur radio project. Our youth are very busy finishing their final training videos, but for the early adopters out there, we wanted to provide a short demo of how to do basic programming on the xBeacon miniature transmitter. As you can see in front of me, this unit is the transmitter. It is smaller than a postage stamp, yet provides a quarter-mile range with very accurate frequency precision. It programs using, yes, CW, Morse code. It can also provide 10 hours of battery life on a miniature 200 milliamp hour LiPo battery like you see here. And what's also interesting is you do not need a charger for that LiPo battery because the intelligent LiPo charger management is built into that miniature transmitter itself. What we're seeing in front of us is the xBeacon demo board. It basically includes all the parts included in the xBeacon miniature transmitter kit. We have the transmitter, we have a on or off charge switch, we have a LiPo battery, we have a power jack that basically you can plug into any USB port and charge your battery. So no need for special chargers with this product. You also see a blue button on this side and a red button here. Now to turn on xBeacon, we simply apply power and it will immediately begin playing for the program transmit and pause time. And if I wish, I can change the sound by pressing this button. It has a library of built-in sound effects that you can select from. Now also, for those of you that may have hearing challenges, a lot of people like to hear ID frequencies. You can hear the call sign ID frequency, the audio tone getting lower, a little bit lower there, and let's leave it right there. That's a pretty simple demo of some basic functions on the xBeacon miniature transmitter. One of the very powerful features in the xBeacon transmitter is the ability to set a startup delay. This comes in handy when you're hiding transmitters at advance. You can hide them in advance, have the beacon go to sleep in power conservation mode, then come back alive and automatically begin transmitting when the selected time passes. So to do that, with the beacon off, we press and hold the red button, turn on the beacon. It's spelling set, D, E, L, A, and then Y. And then it's going to begin flashing. Each flash is going to represent 10 minutes. So there's 2 flashes. I'll release the button. It will double flash twice, indicating I entered 2, and now it just entered power conservation mode. And on the beacons you have in the field, in 20 minutes it will come alive, but to keep you from waiting 20 minutes in this video, we've set each flash to 10 seconds. So you will hear the beacon become alive here in just a few seconds. And on the beacons, and there we go, in 20 seconds, very accurately, the beacon comes on. One of the first things you may want to do with your xBeacon transmitter is to program your call sign. And to do that, we enter Callsign Programming mode by holding the blue button and then turning on power. When the LED begins flashing, release it. Now what we'll do is enter the letters W8GEM. So let's start with W. Da, da. Now I'm not sure I typed that right, so if I wish I can tap the blue button. Da, da, da. I got the W correct. Now I can type in the rest of the symbols, numbers or letters. Let's go with 8, da, 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 dit, dit, G, da, da, dit, E, dit, and M, da, da. Now if I tap replay, there's your W, 8, G, E, M. Now if I'm not happy with it, I can press and hold the red button till the LED flashes to erase it and try again, but I am happy with it. So let's go ahead now, and when the light goes solid, the beacon will play, and now what you will hear will be W8G, M, and CW. And that's all there is to it for programming your call sign ID. So again, that's one method of programming your call sign ID. Very simple, very easy, and notice we did not need any computers, drivers, software, or anything to set that. But what about other features? The xBeacon also lets you set transmit time and pause time. Transmit time being, of course, the amount of time that the beacon is active transmitting, followed by a pause time where it goes to sleep and then automatically wakes up at the end of that pause time to begin transmitting again. Now to set that, first thing we have to do is turn the xBeacon on. So if I want to set transmit time, I press and hold the red button, wait for it to go solid, and I release it. Now what I will do here is tap the red button. Let's see, let's enter 030, 3, 0, and then an S for seconds. Now let's go ahead and save that. What we should hear now is the xBeacon transmitting for 30 seconds and then going to its pre-programmed pause time. Of course, all these settings are in non-volatile memory, so once you set them once, you can remove power, pick them up at a later time, and all your settings will be preserved. Now there we go. There's our transmit time. So now let's set the pause time. To set the pause time, the beacon must be operating, and then we press and hold the blue button until the light goes solid. Now if we want to enter 15 seconds, that would be 0, 1, 5 seconds. Press and hold the blue button to save it. Now we should have a 6-second transmit, approximately. And now instead of 6 seconds, we should have 15 seconds pause. And let's see how we do. The nice thing about adjusting the time, you can customize it for your events. And with the battery life on this unit, could operate anywhere from 10 hours. There we go, right on schedule. So those are some of the basic features you can program with the xBeacon miniature transmitter. If you have any questions or you have any problems, please visit www.xbeacon.org and contact us via email from there, or you can email David at x-beacon.org. Website's preliminary. Our full launch will happen next month towards the middle end of March, and everything will be live on the website, and both the xBeacon miniature transmitter, the miniature transmitter kits, and the high performance beacon that includes some very, very interesting capabilities will also be available then. Thank you for listening. This is David K1AN, a volunteer with the xBeacon Youth-Led Amateur Radio Project. 73.